Summer monsoon season. Nothing like a seemingly endless deluge of rain to cause yearly deaths and loss of property. It happens every year, but it seems most of South Asia has accepted its fate to fall victim to annual flooding. However, acceptance doesn't really equal preparedness. This past summer of 2017, southern Nepal, northern and central Bangladesh, and northeastern India were devastated by heavy precipitation that surpassed the usual monsoon rainstorms. It's likely that increased temperatures caused by human emissions were a main factor in the difference in rainfall, as India is the fourth largest CO2 producer in the world. The flooding itself was aided by uncontrolled construction on floodplains and coastal areas, and in the cities, garbage clogging storm drains and waterways. Although cities were hit pretty hard, poor farming areas in Nepal and Bangladesh were essentially demolished, as they had next to nothing in the form of protection. Houses are often made of mud or other materials vulnerable to water in said poor areas, which made them heavily susceptible to flooding. As such, millions of people were displaced because of the floods. Their homes and farms were completely wiped away. Since so many crops were uprooted due to 1/3 of the country being submerged, Bangladesh now faces a potential hunger crisis from food shortages. Most of the people had to flee to temporary camps where conditions were poor and disease ran rampant. Back in the city, transportation almost halted completely as trains and flights were canceled or delayed, and flash floods waterlogged buses and cars. Schools closed once they either deemed it too dangerous or they were flooded themselves. Not only that, but since school is often a luxury for many children in those countries, children who miss weeks or months may never return to the school system. People in Nepal attempted to adapt to the floods by building makeshift rafts out of wood and bamboo, as well as employing elephants to wade through the treacherous waters in order to aid rescue efforts. Indian officials were criticized by many who believed that at least some of the hundreds of deaths could have been prevented by taking flood prevention practices more seriously. That being said, many South Asian companies are looking into flood investment plans, including electricity and technology backups for businesses, costs of repairing dams, roads, embankments for governments, and the provision of flood relief to the general public. Perhaps that money spent now could help prevent the hundreds of billions of dollars in damage done every year by flooding.